this is my cash stuffing journey. If you're new here, thank you so much for taking the chance and clicking on my video. I hope you decide to like, subscribe and stick around for a while. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your ongoing support. So today is going to be another new product launch. I'm so excited. I have been very inspired over the last probably few weeks, and I've been working on some more items in the background. I did have some of them completed when I did my last product launch, but I didn't want to like flood everyone with a lot of things. Before we do go anywhere, I just wanted to acknowledge that I am wearing gold nail polish, like I said in a few videos ago. It is September, which is Child Cancer Awareness Month. So if you have ever been faced with a difficult task, or if your life has been impacted by childhood cancer, my thoughts are with you. And I rolled some glitter in the month, so I know it's not much, but it's all I can do right now. So my thoughts and prayers are with you, and I just hope you know that we are all thinking of you at this time. So in keeping with that, when I was thinking about that, the whole process and like what colors to pick for my nails, which I'll bring them up close. So it's like a beige color, and then a really glittery gold, and I've got it on my thumb too. There you go. I must admit, these are some of my favourite nails. And Les bought me it's like this lamp that clicks onto my desk, and it's got an LED in it, and it's got a magnifying glass in it. Hang on, why did that just go really dull? It looks like it just went really dull, and I don't know why. I wonder if it's on my end. Sorry, this is going to shake like a mother. I'm just trying to figure out what went wrong. Okay, so yeah, he bought me this thing, and it's got a magnifying glass in it, and that has been like the best manicure I've ever done. So if you do your own nails, have a look on Amazon. I'll link it down below, and it's just like a lamp that clicks to your desk. It's got a like retractable head that you can move, and it's got a LED light and a magnifying glass in it. Or if you do things like that are really small and fiddly, that would also really help. But segue back into what I was originally talking about before I got distracted by my nails. I've made a ribbon savings challenge. So there are so many ribbons out there now. There's pink for women's breast cancer, there's white for domestic violence, there is blue and white for police. I have idiopathic intracranial hypertension, and that is actually blue and green. So it is considered a rare disease. So there's just so many out there, and I can't do one for each ribbon. But I thought what I would do is I would just do a ribbon challenge. You can write in what charity it's for, and then you can just complete each one. You can set how much it's for, depending on your goal. And then you can use this to save up for like an annual charity drive, or an annual donation that you would like to make. Or if you're doing something specific, if there's currently an issue that's touching your life, or your family, or your friends. So I thought that would be useful for people. I tried to do useful challenges. I've got another couple too. But so I've got the ribbon one. That will be, I'm going to have that as a digital. But on my Etsy store, if you click on the build your own, you can use that option to select any challenges that you like, depending on what size pack you want. So for example, if there was 3 challenges that you would like, you would go onto the build your own section, you would select the 3 pack, and then you could have that as one of the challenges. I don't have many individual challenges today. They're mainly packs. Let me just find the other one. Yeah, here we go. So the next one it's a bit of a funny story. When I was pregnant with William, he's my oldest, he's currently 15, we were very, very, very broke. Like, it was ridiculous. So I didn't get a baby shower. when I fell pregnant with Evelyn, I said, like, listen, I am determined to have a baby shower. I really want one. I missed out last time and I really wanted one, so I'm going to do it this time. Les is like, sure, great, bet, let's do it. So I have always been fascinated by high tea. So like going to high tea and having the little cakes and the delicate sandwiches and all of that stuff. In the Blue Mountains, there is a place called the Hydro Majestic. Now, if you live in New South Wales or specifically like Sydney in the mountains, you probably have heard of the Hydro Majestic. It is literally on the top of a cliff, and it's like a hotel cliff. Like, there's no buffer. They have an amazing restaurant. They have an amazing hotel. The views are beyond compare. It's one of those high-end hotels that has a rich history, and just the pictures are amazing. So if you ever want to have a look, just go onto Google and do the Hydro Majestic. And I think it's in Katoomba, I think. But if you put in Hydro Majestic and Blue Mountains, you'll probably find it. So I rang up, I organised to have this high tea. Now, at the time, there was COVID everywhere. And they said, like, listen, if you get COVID, just ring us up. We can cancel your booking. I went, great. Well, I have never planned a baby shower before. I think I've only ever been to one baby shower in my life. So when I was planning it, I was like, I'll do it when I'm on maternity leave. That's great. I don't have to go to work. Yeah, I didn't go on maternity leave until I was 36 weeks pregnant, or 36 and a half weeks pregnant. Now, if you've heard me mention my birth story, I finished work on the Friday. No, I finished work on the Wednesday, I think. My baby shower was that Sunday coming, right? On the Friday, I got sent to Nepean Hospital, and I had Evelyn on Monday. So I did not get my baby shower. So I'm still determined to go, and instead of BYOB for bring your own booze, it's going to be BYOB, bring your own baby. I'm determined to have it still, so I'm thinking I might just like get a whole bunch of my friends, even though she's 3 years old, and go and have some drinks and cocktails and whatever. But that is the lovely story of my baby shower. Another long tangent, but it suits this challenge. So this is the high tea savings challenge, and you save $140. So you've got, it's all $5, $10, and then $15. So I did try and still keep it pretty low. That's the amounts there. And I just thought these were so beautiful. Like, all of these pictures, they're so sweet. I would even like, maybe even if we had the room in this house for storage, I would even have my own tea set. Both of my grandmothers had beautiful tea sets. They still have them. They're at their houses, even though they've both passed. But I would love to have my own tea set, or like a tender high tea, but it's not in the cards just yet, but hopefully in the future. And I'll probably use this savings challenge to go to my high tea. But I just thought that was so pretty. So that's that one. And then the next one is focused around the house. Now, I have been laminating for quite some time about how I am struggling with the clutter in our house, in keeping everything clean, especially because mine and Les's mental health fluctuates so badly. And I know a lot of people say, like, if you've got a messy house, you're just using mental health as an excuse, and I can understand it. I can. From the outside looking in, I can definitely understand. But as someone who experiences really bad mental health, and not just me, but my partner also, and we have no one to help. It's literally just me and Les all the time. There's no break. There's no going on dates. There's no spending the weekend together with the kids at the grandparents'. There's no being able to just sit in our room and watch TV alone. There's none of that. There is always kids. There is always specialist appointments. There is always Williams care. And it can be so exhausting. And sometimes I wake up and just getting out of bed is all I can do that day. But unfortunately, I have a full-time job that I have to work. We are a sole income household. I don't have a choice. I have to get up and I have to get to work. So if getting up and getting to work is all I can do that day, then I'm fine with that, because it means my kids get to eat. in saying that, having a cluttered and messy house is also making our mental health worse. So I have been working really, really, really hard to try and declutter and clean out everything. And we're getting there slowly. But our house is so small and we have so many things. And my anxiety feeds into that. If you're new here, you may not know, but I grew up in a very poor household where when things ran out, if it wasn't a payday, like, you were out of luck. So if we ran out of soap, if we ran out of deodorant, if we ran out of toothpaste, if we ran out of dishwashing liquid, if the clothes didn't fit, if the shoes had a hole in them, if anything like that happened, like, we were buggered until next payday, and even then it wasn't guaranteed depending on what it was. If it wasn't a priority, we didn't get it. Like, my parents tried really hard and they sacrificed a lot, but there just wasn't enough money. And that created a lot of insecurity and anxiety for me around food, personal care items, and having things, so that if, heaven forbid, I lost my job and we have nothing, we would still have things. In saying that, the problem is we live in such a small house, there's nowhere to put them. And as a result, the house is so cluttered that it's causing more damage than what it's fixing, if that makes sense. It's really hard, it's really complex. It took me a long time to get to this level of awareness. A lot of therapy and a lot of soul searching and a lot of me and Les losing our crap together and individually. Because I work full time, and Les, even though I work from home, I'm still working. So I can't be getting up every 2 seconds and doing things. So Les takes on 90% of the responsibility of cooking and cleaning and keeping on top of the household. And when both of our mental health is bad and that takes a hit, the whole house falls apart. And then Les has to pick up all the pieces again. And that is an endless cycle, and he gets sick of it, which fully understand. It's a really hard cycle to break though. But I was thinking that this would help. So I have created a declutter savings challenge. So you could do it like every time you declutter something, you can do it. You can use it as a motivation. So like you could pick 7 days and then knock out one each day. One thing I did notice, and I got this from Jordan Page. She's on YouTube. She's got a really big family and she does a lot of tips and tricks. And she said job, so just one bite. She said, when, for example, if you've got an eat an elephant, I don't know why you'd want to eat an elephant, and if you did eat an elephant, what would it taste like? Am I the only one that would wonder that? But anyway, focus. I swear to God, sometimes I have squirrel brain. Well, I know I have squirrel brain. I have it all the time. But anyway, she said if you had to eat an elephant, you wouldn't eat the whole thing at once, would you? It'd be too overwhelming. You'd get sick. It would be very unpleasant in all aspects. So she said just one bite. Take it a bite at a time. So instead of looking at a whole room that is so messy and full of clutter that you just get overwhelmed and you walk away, take it one bite at a time. So just do one drawer, or the top of the TV unit, or clean the lounge off, or pick up the toy box, or clean the desk surface. And I have really been trying to do that, because she said if you take little bites at a time, eventually you're going to get to the point you're going to look around and be like, huh, the lounge room's clean. I didn't realize, because you've been doing little bits. So I have been trying to, every time I get up from my desk, whether it's to go to the toilet, get a drink, get something to eat, wherever I am going, I always do something, whether it's putting something away, whether it's decluttering a drawer, whether it's throwing something out. I've been trying to do that. Another thing she said, that if whatever you need to do takes 30 seconds or less, do it now. So, for example, when I got myself into the habit quite a long time ago, is when I've done the washing, when I pull it out of the dryer, or when I pull it off the line, I fold it as I go. So when I walk back in the house, I've got a laundry basket full of folded laundry. Now, for me to sort that and then put it away would be 30 seconds. Because there's only 4 of us, I generally wash my clothes in batches. So for example, I might do a load of Mike's laundry, a load of Evelyn's laundry, a load of Les's laundry, a load of towels. So it's generally all the same clothes and in the same location. So for me to put it away, it's under 30 seconds. When I want something to eat while I'm waiting for the microwave, so if I'm heating up food for Evelyn in the microwave, I will sit there and put the dishes away. So I'm not just standing there doing nothing. For example, when we have dinner, Les will finish cooking and I will serve up, and then we all go in and eat. While I'm waiting for Les to do those little bits, if there's anything that needs to be done in the kitchen, so dishes put away, surfaces wiped down, I try and do it then while I'm there. So those kind of little tips and tricks have really helped me. If you have any other tips or tricks that really work for you, please put them down in the description box, because I'm really working hard to get the house in a place where we're happy. And at the moment, we are just not happy. We're really not happy, and it's making everything so much harder. So any tips and tricks would be much appreciated. But this is the declutter one, so you can set however much you want. You can have a savings goal, and like maybe at the end of this you could say buy a new piece of furniture and get rid of other ones. But that's another thing that I always do as well. I have actually done it for a few years now, and it has been really helpful, especially at Christmas time. So whatever comes in has to go out. So for example, if I buy William 3 sets of clothes, then 3 sets of clothes has to go and be donated. If I get him a pack of 6 books, then he needs to go through his bookshelf and get rid of 6. We generally try and donate it and pay everything forward. If I get Evelyn new toys, then some old ones have to go, so that we're not taking up more space. It's kind of even. So that's another tip that we do. We do the same things for birthdays, just not on such a big scale. Okay. Geez, I'm all just full of knowledge today. And now for the fun savings challenges. We have a whole bunch of scratch-offs. I was so excited for these. I went a little bit crazy. So this is the sweet treats. So these are some cookies. We've got a milkshake. We've got fairy floss. We've got macaroons. And we've got gum. So each one, like normal, has the amount. So we've got 5 to 20, 5 to 15, 5 to 25, 10 to 20, 5 to 10, and 5 to 20. So I did try and keep them relatively low. If they do have large amounts, there's generally only 1, maybe 2 of them. So I did try and keep that relatively low. So that is 1. I have had some people reach out about having more scratch-offs, because I haven't done any in quite a while. Now I'm going to leave that one to last. That one can be second last. Now, if you've been here around a while, you know that I am not a drinker. I haven't had anything really to drink in about 15 years. I hate to say it, but I got really, really, really drunk one time on scotch. And I was sick for 3 days. Haven't touched alcohol really since then. There's been a couple of like here and there, like where I attended a work Christmas party and I had a little bit too much to drink, and then nothing at all. So I am not a drinker. I do not like alcohol. But I went out with my best friend. She's also my work, well, technically she's my boss now. But we went out for dinner and I really wanted to try a cocktail. I've always wanted to have a Long Island iced tea, although you can't get them here now. I've been into a couple of pubs and clubs in the area and I can't find them anywhere. From what they're basically telling me is it's like I'm showing my age by asking for a Long Island iced tea. So, but I've been having a lot of fun trying cocktails here and there. Like I only ever have 1 or 2, but I've really enjoyed it. So I've made a cocktail scratch-off challenge. So we've got a Red Mary. We've got the margarita. I did try a margarita and it wasn't bad. A mimosa. I would like to try a mimosa. I haven't yet. and then a pina colada, which so far has been my favorite. So we've got $10 to $25, $5 to $15, $5 to $15, and $10 to $25. So like before, I did try and keep them relatively low. Each one has 8 on it, and I'm gonna keep going with this one, I think, because I had a lot of fun making these ones and like researching cocktails and stuff like that. So I am really looking forward to completing these ones and like keep going with the series. Can you hear the cat? Always demanding so much attention, dang. Now, you're all gonna probably curse me out, but there is actually not that long until Christmas. I know, it's like 12 weeks or something ridiculous, which is just terrible. So I have done a Christmas scratch off challenge pack. So we've got "'Tis the Season to Sparkle." I thought that was very fitting for my channel. We all need to sparkle. So Christmas, and then it's got Reindeer Farm, and it's got Santa. And then we've got "'Tis the Season." I love these red pickup trucks with the Christmas trees. And then "It's the Most Wonderful Time of Year" with the trains. Les and William love trains, so I wanted to put trains ones in there. And then "Christmas with My Nomies." I thought that was so cool. It reminds me of that song from that was in Clueless. Well, that's what I know it from. It's like "Rolling with the Homies." So it reminded me of that. So I had to put that in there. So like before, all the same amounts. I generally go between $5 and $25 in all my scratch off challenges. They don't really go any higher than that. So yeah, we've got a 5 to 10, we've got a 5 to 20, 10 to 25, 5 to 10, and 5 to 25 for that one. Now these, I'm looking forward to these, but it's also a little bit hard. Now these ones, if you've watched my video in the last few weeks, that you know we lost our family dog. We'd had him for 13 years, going on 14 I think, and it was very unexpected. It was very sudden, and even though he was old, he still acted like a puppy. He was the stupidest dog on the face of the planet, but he was the best dog, and he's gonna be greatly missed. So what I've done for all the dog lovers out there, I have created the dog or puppy scratch off challenge. So we've got a sweet baby face little corgi, and that one's $5 to $20. We've got a Pomeranian, which my parents have just adopted a Pomeranian from the local vet. He was abandoned on the street and then taken to the vets. He did have a lot of health issues, so the vets fixed him all up, and then my parents have adopted him. He is extremely spoiled. His name is Chino, after a cappuccino. And he's just a big ball of fluff. Like, he's so cute. And then we've got a beagle. So that one's $5 to $25. And then we got a sausage dog. I love a little dash hound. I am really looking forward to doing these ones. I would always love a sausage dog, but apparently they're extremely demanding. So if you have one, let me know what they're like. I don't know what this type of dog is. This is a $5 to $15 one. It was just very cute. And then we've got a golden retriever, which is $5 to $15, and then a little bull Frenchie. So we've got $5 to $15. We've got, I don't know what this dog is either. It's $10 to $20, and then that is all of the little sweet little puppies. If you have a dog, let me know what kind of breed you have in the comments. If you know, let me know if it's adopted or not. And just give me some facts about your dog. Does it rule the roost? Is it a real sooky dog? Like, does it crawl up into your lap? Is it a really big dog and thinks it's like a lap dog? And then, to compete with the puppies, of course, you need to have kitties. I'm not as good as picking out cat breeds as I am with dogs, but so we've got this little one. We've got the Maine Coon. I've always wanted a Maine Coon, but they are the biggest cats. They're so floofy and they're very expensive. And then we've got a little pudgy face kitty. And then we've got, now this isn't a breed necessarily, it's the colouring that drew my eye to this one. This is what's called a calico. So there's a difference between tortoiseshell and calico. Calico has ginger, white and black, and tortoiseshell generally has like black, grey / orange. And the reason I picked this one is because we actually have a cat, Lily. She's a big, fat, chunky cat. She's a big cat. She has a line right down the middle of her face, and she's ginger on one side and black and white on the other. She's so beautiful, but I saw that and it reminded me of her. And then we've got this grey kitty. If you recognise any of these breeds, put them down in the comments below. And then we've got a little ginger kitty, so I'm excited about that one. And then we've got one of these fancy, they're like the Savannah cats, I think they're called. So I think they're always beautiful too. And then we've got another little fluffy one. Look at that little calico. We do have a cat, Lexi. She's really fluffy like this, and she's got these big paws. So yeah, that is the kitties one, and that is all I have for today. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what your favorite new release was. Let me know if you've got a dog, what breed. If you've got a cat breed, give me some interesting facts about your animals. If you've got any tips and tricks about cleaning and decluttering, please let me know. I'm really excited to hear from you. Remember to live, laugh, love, and when life gets hard, just roll it in glitter. Bye guys.